Hello again, folks, and welcome to another episode of Drunk with my cat over there. So welcome back to another episode of Drunk with Power Metal. Don't forget to like and subscribe, maybe hit that bell if you want to see all our updates. Today, we're going to be talking about the new Wings of Destiny album, Ballads. Wings of Destiny is a band from Costa Rica. You don't hear very many power metal bands from Costa Rica, but Wings of Destiny is one. Their new album is all about life in the pandemic and being trapped in isolation and just trying to survive. Those who know me personally know that I do like wordplay and I do give in to low-hanging fruit, so... Alright, so this band hasn't actually been around for very long. They formed, I think they formed in 2013 as just Destiny. That was their name, Destiny. But apparently there was another band called Destiny, so they changed their name to Wings of Destiny. Now that sounds an awful lot like Sad Wings of Destiny, the one of the most popular early works from the band Judas Priest, who I don't have a vinyl of up there. Why don't I have a vinyl of Judas Priest up here? Yeah, I don't have Sad Wings of Destiny on vinyl, but I got, is it a single, a duo of Tyrant and Rockarola and the song Genocide? 2 out of 3 of those are on Sad Wings of Destiny. Back to the review. As for my own history with this band, Wings of Destiny, it goes back a whole month when I was looking up releases for the month of September, and I checked out all the different bands that I mentioned in my first video, my review of Tavio by Sonata Arctica. And of those, the one that appealed to me the most was Wings of Destiny. I thought they sounded like a really cool band, and I was ready to check them out. And so, that's exactly what I did for this review. That's why we have this video now. And actually, in preparation, I listened to what was, at the time, their most recent album, Revelations. It was an altogether well-paced, really interesting album. I really think it's worth picking up. I got a lot of enjoyment out of it, and been listening to it a lot. So yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. These guys are really good. I think I got a pretty good feel for what the band is about from that album. It sounded really cool. There were a lot of really neat dynamics that the singer pulls off, but more on Ballads. There are a lot of tracks that exist on previous albums. And I don't mean that it's actually the same track. It's the same song, but they sort of reworked it. They made a new version of it, and they incorporate like a guest musician of some sort. One such musician is Timo Tolkki of Stratovarius fame, so that's pretty interesting. Speaking of which, there are not one but 2 Stratovarius covers featuring Timo Tolkki, so all of the remakes feature some other singer, in addition to I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Antun Daruso. And then there are also 2 remastered songs from previous albums. So they didn't remake those songs, they just remastered them to have it kind of sound on par with their newest album. So for myself to reconcile this, I was taken aback at first because I thought, like, they're calling this a full-length album. Is it really a full-length album? Because it seems more like an EP or an extended play single, sort of, where you would have like 5 or 6 songs, and you know, it can be made up of 1 or 2 original songs. It could have a maybe a couple of covers and maybe a weird version of a song that they've done before. But this has a lot more of that. There are 11 tracks, so you couldn't call it an EP, so it begs the question, like, what is it? It's more like an extended EP or an EEP, but that's just an album. So I guess, yeah, it is a full-length album. It is a brand new album, and it does have some original tracks in addition to remakes and remasters, all in one package, with 2 covers. It's Ballads. So with that exhausting explanation out of the way, let's talk about the album. Let's talk about the tracks. So Live Again is the first track. It features one Marco Garot. I don't know who that is. I'm gonna go ahead and say, other than Timo Tolkki, I don't know who any of these people are. I believe they're significant musicians in the Costa Rica area. I may be wrong on some of that, but I'm fairly certain some of them are. It's a song about missing out, a thing that we've been doing an awful lot this year, and just trying to survive, living through isolation. Really hits home in this pandemic. It hits home. The next track features one Mike Vescara, and it is a remake of a song from Revelations, that album I checked out before. The song is Under the Moon. Under the Moon was actually probably my favorite track on Revelations, so I was actually really thrilled to see it here. Under the Moon is a really cool song. It features a lot of vocal layers and melodies, so having a second singer on there really works for this song. It's super melodic. It has this over-the-top, like, larger-than-life sound, and with the modern production that is present on this album that wasn't on previous albums, it sounds... It's a very good remake. It is by far the superior version of the song, which, as I stated already, I really liked that song. It's interesting that for an album called Ballads, we're 2 songs in and we haven't actually had any ballads. So track 3, we got a ballad. One More Lie is our second original track, and it's a ballad sort of song that's about living with a toxic romantic relationship, and it's sad. Also features another singer. It's got Victor Smolsky on it. One More Lie kind of sounds like a really dramatic song that you would hear in a musical, like it's some severe moment, turning point in the musical where plot is happening. Someone's like coming to a great realization that, wow, this is not what I need. I'm gonna get out of it. And plot happens. So now we're speeding things back up with the song Time Will Tell. It's another speed metal, power metal track that just continues the theme of the first song, Live Again, with just thoughts about life in quarantine, living in these crazy times, and you know, not being certain of the future. And again, just like the first song, it's something I think we can all relate to. Here We Go is another remake. Just like the previous remake with Under the Moon, it's a real enhancement. It really does sound better than the original, and the additional vocals do help that. It sounds really cool. Alright, and now we're hitting our first Stratovarius cover featuring ex-Stratovarius, Timo Tolkki. The song is Forever, and it's, you know, those who don't know, it's a classic ballad from the band Stratovarius. I think this is a really cool version of the song. The instrumentals on it sound more real than they did on the Stratovarius original. It has a more strong and epic feel to it. All right, now we got 2 ballads in a row. We did Forever, and now we're doing a brand new song, Winter Dreams. I found Winter Dreams to actually be probably one of my favorite ballads on the album called Ballads. All of their ballads that they produce seem to have these big epic choruses, but I just really liked this one. This is one ballad from them that really sounds an awful lot like a power ballad from the 80s, and I don't know, man. I just really dig that. Then we hit Eye of the Storm, which is a remastered track. For what it's worth, the remaster does make it sound like it belongs with the rest of the tracks, so it's a good remaster, I guess. If they had just copy-pasted the track from the original album it was on, I know it wasn't that long ago, but man, Ballads has a much better production quality than their previous stuff, so. Kind of sounds like a Dio song. If I had to liken it to any Dio song in particular, it would probably be The Last in Line. This song has a sort of clean guitar opening with a sort of soft vocal line. It goes into this powerful, driving guitar riff, and it just sounds cool, and then the vocals kind of soar over it, and it's a Dio song. Until the instrumental part, where it blew my damn mind. At the instrumental part, it suddenly has a death metal breakdown. A true, real death metal breakdown. It's brief, but it's there. And it's just cool. It really brought that song to the next level. Check it out. It's fucking great. And then we have another song remake with Wake Me Up, which was a ballad from Revelations. God, man, they're all about remaking Revelations. It's a song about a coma patient who wants to wake up and wants to return to their loved ones, and you can kind of see how it fits the theme just from that alone. It has this super smooth sound to it. It's a fully orchestral version, so there are no guitars on it. It's just straight piano, orchestra. It's a very cool song. It's very soft. It's a nice ballad. Then we're back to remastering Kings of Terror because Siren Song is your next remaster. Remaster number 2, second and final remaster on Ballads. Siren Song is an epic power metal song about pirates. Oh man, didn't think we were gonna talk about pirates? You thought wrong. We're talking about pirates! The song has this really just huge epic feel, and it's another song that, kind of like earlier with the other song I was talking about, it sounds like it could be in a musical. It would be like a big turning point in a musical. It seems to be a theme with this band. They're very theatrical in their music. But yeah, it's interesting. There are no other songs on the album like it. I don't know how it is on the original album, but here, it sounds really cool. It's an interesting mix of the pace. And it's the last track on the album before the bonus track, which I think is on every version. But the last track, the bonus track, is our second cover of Stratovarius. The first cover was, befitting of the album, a ballad. This song here, this is straight speed metal. This is Speed of Light by Stratovarius featuring Timo Tolkki. Because of course, Speed of Light. Not the Iron Maiden song. The Stratovarius song. It's a really fun cover. It's fairly true to the original, and I can't fault it. Anton, the singer, it's fucking great, man. So at the end of the day, what do I think of Ballads? If you've never heard Wings of Destiny before, and most likely if you're like me, you're into the genre, but you probably haven't heard them before, this is actually not a bad place to start because of all the remakes and all the couple of remasters. Plus, if you're into Stratovarius, you know, you got those 2 covers to lean on anyway. Yeah, there's a lot. This is a great invitation, I think, to people who've never heard this band before to kind of start listening to some Wings of Destiny. And I gotta say, after you check this one out, which again, I'm fucking recommending it. Get this album. You haven't heard Wings of Destiny? Check out Ballads. It's got everything. It's got ballads. It's got speed metal. It's got ballads. It's got power metal. It's got a death metal breakdown. What are you doing? Get Ballads. So yeah, this is probably going to be a good entry point into the Wings of Destiny catalog. Again, I also fully recommend the album Revelations. Check it out. It's a concept album, and it's fucking crushes it. It's really good. But yeah, check out Ballads, and if you hear something you like, especially if it's something that's like from another album, maybe check out that album. It could be the start of a great adventure for you with the band Wings of Destiny. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what you see, you want to talk more about power metal. Let's do it, man.